It's YouTube and now LinkedIn. So if y'all see me looking in different directions, that is why I'm going live on all my platforms. All right, I'm live on LinkedIn and now to go live on Facebook, and then I can get started. Hey, Alicia, can't wait to see you on Sunday. Okay, I am live now on Facebook as well. Welcome in today. Well, first, before I get started, I am live on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So if you do not follow me, then drop me a follow. Hey, welcome back, honey. How you doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everyone. My name is Shanti Refuge. I am a master certified mental health coach, mental health advocate, keynote speaker, author, all things in the name of mental health, because our mental health is important. Mental health is not the same thing as mental illness. I want to be clear with that. I am not a therapist. What I do is I meet you where you are and I help you move forward. Therapists start you from childhood and help you to dig up all that old shit, and then they send you to me so I can help you move past that old shit. I do everything holistically, preferably with guided journaling. Guided journaling is something that helped me when I had a nervous breakdown back in 2018. So that's why I'm so passionate about it, because it works. I just knew I didn't want to be on any type of medication. Uh, I've always heard, such and such had a nervous breakdown, blah, blah, blah. And it sounded scary, but I never had went through it. Hey, thank you for joining. I never had, gone through it until I went through it. And when I went through it, it was like, oh my God, I see why people go for meds first. I understand, but that's not your final answer. Let that be your last answer. I'm not against medication, but I am adamant about letting that be your last. Because what it is, when we have these nervous breakdowns, it is because we are holding on to some things that we cannot change, or we cannot control it, and we keep trying to hold on to things and fix things and correct things that we don't have the power to do. So the best thing we can do is acknowledge it, go through the healing process, which is not pretty at all. The healing process is ugly. There's a lot of slow sliding down the wall, a lot of crying, a lot of, yes, I know, honey. There's a lot of self doubt. There's a lot of, why me? I'm a good person. There's a lot of that. And then there's the good side of healing, where you're feeling your best, you're confident, you're loving yourself more. And it's a journey. It's called a journey for a reason, because, you're going to have your good days and your bad days. And that is why yeah, I know. I know. But it hurts. It does hurt when we're going through things that we just cannot control, or maybe we caused, whatever it is that's going on, and we can't fix it. All we can do is better ourselves. So that's where I come in, to help you get to the root. Okay, what you did. Okay, why'd you do it? How you feel about it? Is it working for you now? All that. So that's where I come in. I tell my story often, because I want people to know that they are not alone. You are absolutely not alone in your healing journey. You are not alone going through whatever it is that you went through. If I have not gone through it, then I cannot coach you on it. I will not coach you on it, but I will refer you to someone who has gone through whatever it is you're going through that I haven't. So that leads me to today's topic. Today we are talking about, and if y'all see me going across, because I'm on different platforms, so I don't think I'm just not making eye contact. So today we are talking about stop explaining yourself. A lot of us tend to over explain, say, giving way too much information, feeling like we need to, convince. Who are we trying to convince? Ourselves or the person of what, we're saying yes or no to. And I used to be guilty of that. I did. I used to feel like, okay, why aren't you believing me? I'm telling the truth. Well, let me explain some more. But no, them days over. My no is my no, my yes is my yes. And, that's what it is. So I'm going to go into why Why? We tend to explain ourselves or over explain ourselves. But before that, I got to do the recap of the last 4 days. If you've been here all week, thank you. Or even caught one replay, then you've done some real internal work. And I thank you and I appreciate you for showing up for yourself. If you missed any of the lives that I did, all of the replays are on my YouTube channel. Just go to Shanti Refuge Journals on YouTube and you will see all the replays. I keep the replays on there. I know you have. So, all week, this is what starting on Monday, this is what we started with. We started with survival mode, then we talked about high functioning, then we talked about guilt, and then we talked about boundaries. So today is the natural conclusion, which is, when you start setting boundaries and when you start choosing yourself, one habit shows up that is so loud, and that's explaining yourself. And I need you to know that you do not owe anyone an explanation, especially an over explanation. You don't need to justify why you're choosing yourself. You don't have to soften, and you don't have to apologize for decisions that don't require permission. You do not need anyone's permission to choose yourself at all. And today we're going to talk about why you do that and how to stop that shit because we done explaining ourselves. Yeah, I know it is. It is. Yeah, I know it's a protection mechanism, but that means that you're not feeling safe. So you're having to over explain yourself so you can feel that safety. You don't need anyone to feel safe. As long as you're safe, feeling safe within your body, trust your instinct, trust your answer, trust your decision. So a lot of us who over explain, we're not confused, is because it's fear. Fear leads us to over explain. And the fear is, afraid of being misunderstood, afraid of being judged, afraid of being rejected. And I can attest to all three of those because that was fear, leading me to over explain myself, especially to people closest to me. Your school didn't let you down. That wasn't the school for you. You have to flip that. You know how many schools there are on this planet that you can go to? The one that you chose, that you thought was for you, was not the one for you. So you have to go and find the school for you. Yeah. So instead of stating a decision, you present a case. And you don't say, I can't make it. You say, I'm sorry, I wish I could. I've been really tired and I had a long weekend. Baby, save that. You don't need to explain. If you can't make it, you can't make it. Period. You don't need to explain why. You want your money back, you want your money back for whatever you purchase. You don't need to give an explanation. If you can't go, you can't go. You don't need to write a dissertation to explain to anybody why. Sunday will be here before you know it, honey. So, and that's not communication. That's you protecting yourself. And again, that isn't just your personality. That's something we were trained to do. We were ingrained to over explain ourselves. And today I'm telling you to give yourself permission to stop that shit because you don't have to explain yourself to anyone about anything, especially when it's concerning you. You are grown. I'm assuming I'm talking to the grown folks. So, if you're still under the age of 18, hey, tell them I said hi. Hey, Jody Boo. Hey, Sir Dennis. So, those days are over. We don't have to do that. And I'm going to tell you why. Psychological research on people pleasing, because that's what it is, shows that individuals who over explain experience higher anxiety levels and lower self trust. So, when you're over explaining yourself, your ass is anxious. Hey, Amber Boo. And you don't trust yourself. Why don't you trust yourself? Is somebody making you feel like you can't trust yourself? I've had someone in my life who had me questioning myself. So it's real out there, and it's always the ones that's closest to you that make you feel that way. Not only in relationships, but in workplace, in the workplace. Research on workplace communication shows that us women, are significantly more likely than men to over explain decisions, especially when setting boundaries or declining requests. Like someone will ask you for a meeting. so you can explain yourself about this. No, I decline. Oh, I love that. I love that statement. I decline, especially when it comes to work and somebody, want to basically put me on a chopping block for me to explain why I should stay here. I decline, especially if they're not my director. If it's, a coworker who, we have those coworkers who think they the manager. Yeah, and they ain't, we here on the same playing field, but some reason they think they up here. So they think they can question you and baby, fuck you. So if you do this, if you find yourself over explaining yourself to people, you didn't make it up. You just adapted. You adapted. And I'm gonna tell you why over explaining feels necessary sometimes, even though it ain't. But I'm gonna tell you why it feels necessary. You know, many of us, learned early that no, we couldn't say no. We weren't allowed to say no. No, hey baby, how you doing? We weren't allowed to say no. So we learned to negotiate. We learned that, we had to justify our needs. We had to soften our truth to make it more palatable to other people, or, we had to make other people comfortable first. Hey, my baby. And I'm here to tell you that no, you don't have to do that. You do not have to do that anymore. Like I said, let your no mean no, your yes mean yes, with no explanation at the end, a period at the end of it. Yes, period. No, period. I'll think about it, period. I'll get back to you, period. There's no, my plate is full. I got to juggle some stuff around. No, you don't have to explain yourself. So now, even when no one is questioning you, your body is still going to respond like it's under threat. And that's because we were conditioned to, not say no. Don't you dare say no. But I need to say no, but I can't say no. Yeah, we're going to get out of all of that. And that's why silence after you set a boundary feels unbearable. It does. You want to fill that space and you want to explain, but I urge you, even though you have that feeling that you want to explain after you just told somebody no, don't do it. Yeah, no is a complete sentence. Absolutely. Hey, a mother's journey. Glad to see you here. I'm telling everybody why we over explain and how to stop doing that shit because we done. So I'm gonna show you when over explaining is too much. And when it shows up when you rehearse a conversation in your head. Like, oh Lord, I need to tell Ms. Baker no. And let me see how I'm going to say this. Yeah. Or you send follow-up text you didn't even need to send. So somebody asked you something and you said no. And then now you find yourself sending a follow-up text explaining yourself or email. Hey, how you doing, brother? Or it sounds like, I hope this is okay, or I didn't mean it like that. I'm probably overthinking, but y'all have done that. I've done it, so I know y'all have. So stop that. Those phrases aren't humility, those are fear. That's fear. It's fear of upsetting the other person or making them feel uncomfortable. You are not responsible for anybody's comfort but your own. So now with that, now I always give you some journal prompts. And if you I'm gonna call the journal prompts out, but if you want to see them, I have them on my YouTube under the comments because I want y'all to, go back and journal to this. You don't have to respond in the chat, but I want you to take the journal prompts, respond to yourself. Write it down. Answer it for yourself. You don't even have to write it. I prefer you to write it because that's where the healing is. When you write things down, make it plain. That ain't in the Bible for no reason. Write it down, and you'll see your reality. So the first journal prompt is: where in my life do I feel the need to explain myself the most? Where in my life do I feel the need to explain myself the most? Thank you for coming in. For those of you who are just joining, I am Shanti Refuge. I am a master certified mental health coach. And today we are talking about why we feel the need to explain ourselves or over explain ourselves and how to stop doing that. So the first prompt was, where in my life do I feel the need to explain myself the most? And I've told you this a million times, Alicia. They work for you, not the other way around. Your medical team works for you. They should be asking you questions. You ask them questions. You don't need to over explain. If you want an answer to something, they should be the ones over explaining to you to help you to understand. And if they aren't cooperating with what you need, nobody knows what you need but you. And don't let anybody tell you any different. If they aren't if they aren't, in line, see, then fire them. Get another medical team. They aren't the only medical team on this planet. Find you people, and that's everywhere. Find you a circle, a community, a medical team who is invested in you and your well-being, not the other way around. You do not work for your medical team. Your medical team works for you. Simple. And it's like they came on, they could go away. You could fire them. Don't want you. I don't want you treating me no more. I'm gonna go find somebody else. And I know it's frustrating because you're having to start all over again, but the end result is your well-being, and that's what's most important. See, and that's not acceptable. Don't accept less than what you deserve. And I don't care who it's coming from. Your medical team, your boo thing, your family, your friend, don't accept less than what you deserve. And you deserve a whole lot. We are not accepting crumbs in 2026. We are accepting the whole damn cake. If they can't give you the cake, send them away. Go away. I don't care how much you love them, how much you've been, with them, how long you've been with them, how they make you feel when things are good. No crumbs. We're not accepting crumbs. Don't even accept crumbs from yourself. You deserve better than that. You deserve the whole cake, not a slice, not a slither, not the crumbs that we pick up off the plate when the cake is good. No, the whole cake. You have to know you are worthy of that and you deserve that. All right, the second prompt. Well, let me go back to the first prompt. Where in my life do I feel the need to explain myself the most? And then the second prompt is, what am I afraid people will assume about me if I don't explain? Absolutely, yes. Not accepting crimes. Do not. What am I afraid people will assume about me if I don't explain? I can answer this one. When I don't explain myself to people, I assume they think, oh, she know what the fuck she wants. She confident. Is, am. Or, some people can say, oh, she's arrogant. Oh, she's this, she's that. Okay, that's a them problem, not a you problem. So the second prompt is, what am I afraid people will assume about me if I don't explain? And the last one is, what would it feel like to trust my decisions without defending them? What would it feel like to trust my decisions without defending them? It's going to be scary at first. I can tell you that. The first time you make a decision, say, okay, no, I'm not going. And not saying, when you're used to saying, no, I can't go, I can't find a babysitter, or I don't have the money to do this, or da da da, and simply just saying no, that's going to be uncomfortable as hell. Because, oh my God, because, there's that empty space where it used to be an over explanation. Just say no. I mean, you know why you're not doing whatever it is, or you know why you are doing whatever it is. Mm-mm. They don't need an explanation. Even if they say, may I ask why? You can ask, but you ain't getting no answer. The answer is no. Because we can only control ourselves, right? So now I'm going to explain to you that you don't owe everyone context. You don't owe everybody. You don't owe everyone access to your reasoning. You don't. You don't need permission to rest. If you want to go take a nap right now, who you got to get permission from? You don't need consensus to choose yourself. You don't need, okay, I need everybody in the room. If I should choose myself, raise your hand. I wish I would. Always choose yourself, no matter what it is. No. Some people are committed to misunderstanding you. Remember that. Those who understand you will understand you, whether you have boundaries, don't explain yourself, It's always the people that benefit from you not having boundaries, benefit from you over explaining. Those are the people who are committed, just committed to, shooting everything down that you say, because that is not a you problem. That is a them problem. It's something inside of them. Oh, I wish I could do that. I wish I could just say no without explaining. I wish I could hold boundaries and stand 10 toes down on them. That ain't your problem. It's not your problem. It is not your job to make people understand you at all. What your job is to be yourself authentically all the time, no matter who you're around. Be your damn self. And those who want to be around you, they'll understand you. They'll want to get to know you. They'll want to be in your space. Yeah. Yeah. Doctors need boundaries too. Yes. Everybody needs boundaries. Yes. If doctors didn't have boundaries, you'll be on their line 24/7. Unless that doctor says you can contact me anytime. Like my clients, when you become my coaching client, yes, you can contact me anytime. Before at the end of every call, I say, you know how to contact me. They have my real number. No, that's not too strict. If you feel like your doctor's setting a boundary of a 2 contact limit, that means that you overstep boundaries a lot. That's all that means. And boundaries is not a punishment. That is not a punishment to anybody. That is like, fire them. If that's how you feel, fire them. You have the power to fire your doctor. Again, your doctor works for you, not the other way around. I had to learn that when I had my first therapist, my very first therapist. I remember, oh my God, I gave this lady all my money and she ain't helped me. And I didn't even realize she wasn't helping me until I realized she wasn't helping me. And then I had to fire her. Yeah. I mean, if you don't like your doctor's boundaries that they have set up, then find another doctor. Boundaries are for our individual mental health. That is what boundaries are for us. Shanti has boundaries. They're for me. They ain't for y'all. They for me. Because if I didn't have boundaries, y'all, I would be a doormat, and I'll just wear T-shirts that say I'm a doormat. Walk all over me. Use me up. Wipe your feet on me. Got to have boundaries. So, like I said, clarity does not require an explanation. So if you are clear on what it is you will and won't do, what you do and don't want, there's no need for an explanation. So if you aren't clear, then I need you to get clear on your wills and wants and do's, and get clear. Only you can do that. Only you know what you will tolerate and won't tolerate. Only you know what you want and don't want. Hey, Sandy. So, and also, for you to be at peace does not mean that you have to be understood by everyone. Okay. You need to tell them what you need. And if they can't provide that, fire them and go get somebody who can. I'll never forget this saying that was told to me. If you won't do it, I know somebody else who will. And that rings true in workplace, friendships, relationships, doctors, community. What you won't do, somebody else will. So this, what I'm saying is stop abandoning yourself. Stop abandoning your needs and your wants for other people. Stop abandoning yourself. You've done it for too long. As moms, we abandon ourselves. As wives or, girlfriends, partners, we abandon ourselves. As an employee, we abandon ourselves. If you're an entrepreneur, we damn sure abandon ourselves sometimes. But you have to be more self-aware and know what it is you want and be firm on that. Yes, people are going to fall off. So what? There's 8.2 billion people on this planet. 1 or 2 people falling off should not hurt you to where you stay stuck. You feel your feelings, acknowledge your feelings, and then get the hell up and move on. Because life does not stop for anybody for any reason. All right. Okay, let me stop preaching now. So this entire week I has laid the foundation for New Year, better me. Because we always say New Year, new me. I used to say it, New Year, new me. No, it ain't New Year, new me. It is New Year, better me. We don't need a new you. There's only one you. Yeah, you can't. No, you're not gonna stay stuck staying around me. We need a New Year, better you, not a New Year, new you. A better you. The same you that was created is the same you that can change and do better and be better. Not a new you. We want to keep the same you. Just tweak it. Tweak the new you. Tweak the better you. Tweak you into choosing yourself, knowing what you want, and not be apologetic about it. Live in your purpose. Walk in your purpose. I had someone in my support group maybe 2 days ago that said she said she was 30 years old and she felt like she didn't know what her purpose was. Girl, you young. You still have your whole life ahead of you. And she's thinking 30 is old. I didn't find my purpose until I was in my 40s. I was in my 40s when I found my purpose. And it took me to have a nervous breakdown to find my purpose. Hey, it happens. And you're going to find yours too. You're going to find yours. Your purpose ain't going to come knocking on your window saying, "Hey, I'm your purpose. Let me hop in here." No, that's not how it works. You have to go inside. Go inside yourself. Go inside yourself. And I'm like, what does going inside yourself feel like? What is that? How does that look? We're gonna talk about it. But like I said, we're doing New Year Better Me. I'm having a workshop, a private workshop on Sunday. And I think last time I looked, I had 3 spots left. So, it is a guided journaling experience that will help you slow down, get honest, and stop carrying what you don't need to carry into 2026. Whatever happened in 2025, leave that shit there. Don't take that into 2026. That it can't do nothing for you. Heal, forgive, and let's go higher. Let's elevate. Let's evolve. If I can do it, so can you. So, like I said, I have 3 spots left for New Year Better Me, which is happening this Sunday. It's going to be a private journaling workshop. And it's for anyone that is, ready to get honest with themselves. This ain't for me, it's for y'all. It's for me too, because I'm gonna be going through this with y'all. Anything that I promote, I'm going through it with you all. I don't just sit back and give instructions. You know, I answer the prompts, I share, I do all of that, just so you know that you are not alone, because you're not. You might feel like you're the only one going through, a breakup, or you had to let a friend go, or you lost a job, or you're struggling with your you're not by yourself, even though it feels like it. So that's why I create spaces like this in private, so that I know you're ready. So come in the room. So if you're ready to move forward without the pressure, without shame, without over explaining, this is a powerful starting point if you come to New Year Better Me. Or if you're already there and you want to, take it even deeper with your healing, I have a 6-week coaching experience that's about reclaiming your voice, and it's called Audacity of a Healing Woman. That title came to me during a relationship breakup. I had a relationship breakup in 2025. And, I heard the word audacity. Shanti, do you have the audacity to heal from this? Hell yeah, I do, because I'm not going to stay stuck. Absolutely, yes. Hey, LP. Happy New Year. Long time no see. So I'm having a 6-week group coaching for women, which is Audacity of a Healing Woman. Or if you feel like, I don't want to be in a group, I do one-on-ones just go to my website, shantirefuge.com. If you feel better in a one-on-one setting, my coaching isn't exclusive to just women, but I'm a woman, so I'm gonna just say that. uh, Audacity of a Healing Woman starts on Tuesday, January 13th. So you can go to my website, shantirefuge.com, find out more information about it. And if you feel like it's for you, I have 3 levels. I have general admission, I have next level, and then I have VIP. So, pick your level and let's go. Absolutely, let's go. If you do a VIP, you get two private coaching sessions with me, probably more. But I start off with 2. Just depends. I'm not the type to reel you in, give you what I got, and then throw you away. No, once you encounter me, we go together. Ask my support groups. I say that every time I hold a support group, we go together now. And you watching my live, you watching my replay, we go together. Because this journey is not meant for us to go through alone. Yes, our healing journey is ours personally, but not by yourself. There is healing in community. So what Audacity of a Healing Woman is, we're not explaining, we're not shrinking, and we're not negotiating our needs. Simple. But we are choosing ourselves with clarity and confidence. And if that's what you need, then come on into Audacity of a Healing Woman. There is room for you there. There's room for you in all my spaces. If you're not ready, to do that, I host a support group every Wednesday. That's free. I understand some people's finances aren't where they would like them to be. Come do the free work. If you can't commit to doing the free work, please don't come to my paid work. I don't need your money that bad. I don't need it bad at all. Come to do the free work. Go to Sharewell, go to my website, and you'll see a link for my free Sharewell group. Yeah, called Mid-Year Release. I do it every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we release, we grow, we heal. I have Alicia who's watching my live now on Instagram. Alicia been with me. How long you been with me? Over a year. And she has grown tremendously. She is faithful. She comes and she has grown. I have to tell her, she has done some amazing work, whether she realizes it or not. You have, Alicia. I'm very proud of you. It's been 2 years. Oh my God. She had to correct me. It's been 2 years. She's been with me for 2 years. And she has grown tremendously. Is there more work to do? Absolutely. Because if you're not healing, then you're not growing. You can't heal all of your things in one sitting. You have to keep doing it and being committed and investing in yourself, whether you're investing in yourself with time or money. You're making an investment, and aren't you worth that investment? And if you don't think you're worth that investment, please go to my Sharewell support group. Start there, because you are absolutely worth the investment. So if this week spoke to you, this is where the work continues. Next week, you think I was going in this week? Wait till next week. I'll be back on Monday. I got to get my Saturday and Sunday to myself, and I got to get prepared for my New Year Better Me on Sunday. Absolutely, you're worth the investment. I'm proud of you for doing that. Oh, I have a question. Never had a question before. Why are you laughing at me? I haven't. Oh, we're gonna talk about that in New Year Better Me. We're gonna talk about that. So if you take nothing else from this week, remember you can watch all the replays from this week on my YouTube channel, Shanti Refuge Journals. If you take nothing else from this week, I want you to know that you are allowed to be clear without being cruel. You are. You're allowed to choose yourself without defending it. You are allowed to choose yourself without defending it. Choose yourself. Don't feel guilty for choosing yourself. And you are allowed to change even if others don't understand. You are absolutely allowed to change. Who wants to stay the same? People who are comfortable with where they are, those are the people who want to stay the same. And that's fine. But if that's not what you're with, just know that that relationship is going to sever, because a person who is committed to staying the same is not going to like it when they're in a vicinity of somebody who's elevating, who's growing, who's learning, who's trying to be better, who's doing the work. So just know that it is okay. But again, there's 8.2 billion people on this planet. So if that one or two people who are fine with being comfortable and you're not fine with being comfortable, that is okay. Let them stay in their comfort zone. But we were not made to be comfortable. And you cannot fix anybody. You cannot convince anybody of their worth. You have to know your worth for yourself. They have to know their worth for themselves. So, thank you for being here this week. I appreciate you. You just invested in yourself and you probably don't even know it. Even if you was on here for a split second to hear half of what I said, you just invested in yourself and there's more to do. We got work to do individually and as a community. And just know that we are just getting started. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I will see y'all later. Please come in to New Year Better Me. I think, like I said, I have 3 spots left. I don't know how many I'm going to have after this live, but come on in. New Year Better Me is $47. I love you too, Alicia. Thank you, baby. $47. Where we go in deep. Y'all spend $47 on brunch and they keep you full for 4 hours. And then what's next? You on to the next meal. So come on. Get your soul fed. Get your spirit fed. That's going to last a long ass time. Longer than 4 or 5 hours. Longer than a week, a month, a year. Yes, it lasts. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. If you don't follow me, go ahead and follow me because we go together, and go and watch the replays on my YouTube. Thank you for being here. Come and sign up for New Year Better Me, or come to Audacity of a Healing Woman. Both of those. You can go from that one and into the Audacity of a Healing Woman on the 13th. Invest in yourself. You're worth it. You deserve it. And I need you to know that. Believe that and understand that, because it's true. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Bye, y'all. See you later, Alicia. See you Sunday. See you later, YouTube. Oh, let me put my. I put my website in the chat so you will know where to go. All right. See y'all later.